Okay, so greetings, friends. Adjust mic, immediately touches mic. Today is February 25th. It is a Wednesday. We are watching Flyers at Capitals. They're at the whatever it's called. Capital. I can't remember. We'll find out. I'll Google it in a second. Anyways, they're in the second period. Naturally just scored a goal. Because what else could we be doing? We shall see.
More work? I guess I can.
I think it's Capital Bank Arena. I believe so. That's not what I was asking for.
What? More work? No one else available?
This is really annoying. Sirs, tell me where you are.
More work?
Capital One Arena.
Righto.
Washington, D.C. Close enough. I can't wait. Oh my goodness. Anyways, whatever. These ticket prices, though, are like insanity. Dog in kick is having a minute, but
Ready to
AO
work.
thinks bots.
All right. Off I go then.
Anyhow, that's what we're up to. I should put that in chat too.
More work? All right. Off I go then.
You guys can hear me, right? Come on. Please. Okay, I hear that. Yeah, okay, I hear me. I believe I do. Goodness. Yeah, I think we're fine. Now, it would be great if they could just score. So did you die? No. Weird. Proudly assemble.
I don't have a target.
DevSecOps. For a second there, I thought that was like a something else. I don't even know what I thought it was. I made these adorable coasters this week. Very proud of myself. Oh no. I'm super thirsty. Can we pin this? That's fine for now. Zones out of me pinning here. I'm gonna cut the edges of it though, very shortly. I'm excited about that. Like excited, but also not excited, but also excited. It's That's a nice dress. Sorry.
Greetings. Need help?
It's nice that after the Olympics, all the people are
What can I do
healthy
for you?
and safe and good.
Light bless you.
After all that crazy stuff.
Forward. Righto.
Oh, do your Murloc stuff. Or perhaps we'll just head up to Westfall, actually. Right? Yeah, and then by the time we make it there. Although, alright, fine, we'll do that one. And then we'll roll out to Eve. I have several updates. Or they should let the Flyers win. That's what they should do. Is this an Alliance character? Or have we like not decided yet? He's also cute. Oh yes, because Stormwind. Why am I even asking? Just starting character going to Stormwind.
I need a target. I don't have a target.
I think that's one. See, tomorrow's at 8.
I need a target. I don't have a target.
some of these what's the word? Advertises I'm down with, but their advertisements are always so unhinged. It's like, adopt these kids, or like, do opium. You're like, okay, we're not allowed to say that on Twitch, are we? JK, don't use that word.
I need a target.
But we're allowed to talk about betting. It's so silly. This planet is unhinged. I am not king of the planet. I do not make the rules.
King's honor, friend. Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
What time is it? Alright, we shall switch on over. I will BRB friends. Welcome back, pals.
Judge the unworthy, redeem the pure. Book 2, Revelations 2:12. Join a fleet for the glory of Allah. It's no longer at war, which is nice. I did go on I took a trading course with Eve University. That was really exciting. Super fun. I learned things. What did I learn now? I learned that I essentially need to learn how the stock market works. Super exciting. They scored! Oh my goodness. I totally thought that didn't go in. Nice. Good job. Sandheim Beacons. How exciting. Oh my god, you have to stop doing that. Is this one closer? This game is definitely helpful with the ADHD. Don't zone out. You can do it. Let me go see if we have like a belief.
The asteroid is depleted.
Philadelphia flowers. Yes. It's really cute because there's like a every time I just zone it every time. It's really cute because there's like every time there's a game, everybody will like gather before the game in the comment section, and there's this one guy that posts he posts this like believe meme, and it's like a whole entire thing to just like go into it and just do the thing before each game. Ayo. It's just heartwarming. and we haven't had it for the past, what, week or so? This is what I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna survive after the season ends. Cause I look forward to these. I'm like, if we couldn't survive for like a week without this, I don't know what we're gonna do when the season's over. And it's become like a thing. I mean, again, it's like, it's whatever, doesn't matter.
The asteroid is depleted.
Pay attention. Anyways. They don't, often win, but it's really fun to watch them try. You're like, maybe this time. Maybe this time.
The asteroid is depleted.
Or like, they'll be doing terribly, and then you're like, they'll score a goal. They'll be like an inch closer to winning a game. You're like, there it is. We're so back. Just, you're not. I want to see if I can move on to the next level too. Pew pew pew.
The asteroid is depleted.
Just no thank you. Or you could just not power play. How about that?
The asteroid is depleted.
Yes. I was gonna say it's coming back, but they're playing so many old songs. JK. Although maybe. It's like Skrillex, like Monsters and Nice Spirits or something like that. Just heard it a bunch lately. I was gonna say I might be totally wrong though, that might be a completely different song.
The asteroid is depleted.
Flyers at full strength. I thought it said Flyers power play. I got excited. How much of this rock do we need?
The asteroid is depleted. The asteroid is depleted.
10,000 we need. Weird.
The asteroid is depleted.
How are you? How was your week? Good, good, good. Evening time, watching this hockey game. Minding this rock. I did a Eve University course thing in trading. I was gonna do the intro one, but then I missed it, so the next one is in like a week or something. But I did do the intro to trading, and I learned about the stock market, so that was cool. Or the market, but it reminded me of the stock market. It's like, great, new skill I don't know. It was fun. It was very informative. There was like a bunch of people in the class. So it was cool to see just like how many people are serious and like asking questions and stuff. The corp was in a war for the past 2 days, so that was fun. I was like, oh good, this is new. Which apparently doesn't happen often. So that was fun.
NYU. Excuse you. I don't know. Spaghetti. This is why you untangle before you do this. Don't do it. Definitely don't think we're winning this one. I couldn't tell who declared what war. Oh, I'm not winning this. Yeah, it was an experience. I wasn't sure what that was or why it was happening, but it was cool, I guess. We'll see how that goes in the future. I was still like, I still have no idea what any of this is. But it did say that if I like went out, people could like shoot you with whatever. Yeah, it was okay. Nothing crazy happened. But it was cool to learn about the market. I've been wanting to get more into like understanding how like investment and stocks work and how all the selling and buying works, so it's like it seems like it's a really good like practice market, I guess, for learning all those pieces without like actually putting in real money. And there's like all these very in-depth like YouTube channels and stuff that like talk about their whole experience. I was like, this is cool. I like that.
Warp drive
Very
active.
nerdy. Anything fun and exciting happen this week?
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Always must we strive to show them our worth, that we are the chosen, blessed above all. Annoy is exaltation to the faithful.
Nice. Work is good. It's again one of those weeks that feels both short and long. I don't know what's happening to time lately. Because like yesterday it felt like, I know yesterday it was the beginning of the week, but it felt so much more like the beginning of the week. And then today I'm like, oh, it's almost the end of the week. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Just the
Warp
weirdest
drive
vibes.
active.
That's okay though. I think it's just the feeling of February. Come on. Ugh. Y'all.
That's good. I haven't really talked to them yet, but I'll make sure to mention it when I do. I haven't actually spoken to any of them yet, because again, I just get nervous talking to people sometimes. Ugh. That's nice when it's over, I was gonna say. But yeah. I feel like there's like a little bit of like a winter fatigue of sorts happening. I kind of just want it to be warm so I can like mostly go outside with my dog. I miss that. I miss going on like nice walks because his paws get too cold. We were gonna put dog shoes on him, but he's very big. I have been trying to wrap my head around what the abbreviation of thing was you mentioned, Dark Ivan.
The asteroid is defeated.
I tried to put it into ChatGPT, but ChatGPT's response was, "This could mean anything." I was like, okay, well, or like any corp. I am not well versed in the virtual drama yet. That one. Ah, thank you. Appreciate that. Sounds absolute. Are they like warring factions? Do they pew pew together? The war's done. Very exciting to see that. I just didn't log on. Get more trucks.
The asteroid is depleted.
Eight and a half minutes of third period. I think the word corporation kind of indicates that bias. Jeez. What do they like what do they have wars I guess before you mentioned the structures. So the structures are owned by the corporations or players, and then they like is it just to destroy somebody's like assets you have a war, or because you can't like can you loot stuff from the station or no? Can you explode a station and then like get stuff? What's like the objective? Just be annoying. Is that the objective? Just be a menace to another group. Naturally.
The asteroid is depleted.
But can you sell stuff? Like is there like loot and stuff if you destroy like a station? I keep speaking this direction, I know. Neat. Interesting. Yeah, it's, I don't know. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Oopsies. It would be nice if there was like a giant alarm that went off every time you started to drift away. Yeah, it's like starting to solidify into an ideology. But they keep talking about nullsec, and something else. And it, to me, it just sounds like it's like the Wild West over there. The way that y'all talk about it. The core. Is that similar to the core of like, when you like hack into a station or something? Where it has that thing. Interesting. One day. We will be there one day. When I'm not a baby. Or maybe on another adventure. I still really want to do that. Motherfucker. Sorry. Ugh. I felt this. I felt this coming. I was like, ain't no way we winning on our first time back. I was gonna say fighting next. Rangers near. Oh, no, I don't. Maybe.
Asteroid is
Where are they
depleted.
ranking at right now? Hold on.
The
Why are we such an
asteroid is
embarrassment?
depleted.
Just to. It's okay. I love them anyways. It's okay. It'd be great if they just scored in the last few minutes. That would be great. Oh, Bruins are not. Oh, they're. No, they're still pretty high over there. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll win against the Rangers. We shall see. Blowing up a station might get the core. So, like, it might not too. Do all stations have cores? And what do they do with the core? Can you... I was gonna be like, build another station. But what is the point of all these objects? So confusing. They're like, yes, have you fought for the blubberfish? You're like, what? Blubberfish? That's crazy. Thank you for the explanation, guys. I appreciate you. It's very informative. I really do feel like every time I log on, I learn something new. It's very exciting.
The asteroid is depleted.
Pew pew. Lots of risk. I wonder how rich the richest person in Eve is. We should search that. Bet the internet has the answer. It's not doing anything shady. Trillions of ISK is not an answer. Oh, that's scary. Some of the richest ones are thought to have 200 to 100 plus trillion. That's such a crazy number in general. Like, I can't imagine what several hundred or like 100 plus trillion would get you in IRL money. You could probably buy the entire planet with that.
The asteroid
Do we
is
have
depleted.
hundreds of trillions of dollars? We do, I guess, depending on what currency you use. Anyways. Pew pew.
I'm doing another course tomorrow. I don't remember what it is. Let's go look. I think it's like a Q&A. Like a new pilot Q&A. But they have so many intro courses and so many courses in general. It's exciting. It's nice to have like a, if you guys can't tell, I'm really into learning. Just in general, I like having lectures on in the background, which is a bit weird, but whatever. So this is like definitely the way. Like, I know there's documentation, and documentation is like important to be read. And like, if you have like a plug-in, I'm down to like listen to it. But I hate, not that I hate reading, I do like reading. But I like it when somebody lectures me instead. It's
The
true.
asteroid is depleted.
That's what I again, I keep saying this, but coming to appreciate more and more is that like there's so many transferable skills in the game that I like the idea of transferable skills. And they were talking about how, I don't know if it was like a add-on or a mod, but something about creating like a bot or something, not a bot, whatever, maybe a bot that I don't know what it does. Hold on, don't do it. Y'all already scored though. Anyways, whatever. It like does something, gathers information on it, because there's like all these like secondary sites you use for the market or whatever, but it like crawls the sites and then like gives you information on whatever object or something that you need to sell, whatever it is. But they were talking about how like if you want coding practice or coding exercises and stuff, that those like, they're not mods, what's the word I'm looking for? Macros, thank you. Yes. Yeah. How those are really, like, there's all sorts of different like avenues and stuff to practice on. So that's really exciting too. It's like just like having pieces and opportunities to like practice my other skills in. Very cool. Motivational.
The asteroid is depleted.
Just like, why don't they have aggression? Just a little bit. Just a little bit of aggression, brothers. You'll be fine. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh my god, we're going so far. I'm so sorry. The ADHD is real today.
Warp drive active.
Although yesterday I think I made it like 130 kilometers. I was like, oh right, we were doing something. This is how I get murdered. This is like straight up how I get murdered. Like, I will bet you in about a year's time I will have my things together. I will know what I'll be doing. And we'll be sitting somewhere doing something mildly important, and that is how I die.
Docking permission requested.
100%.
Docking request accepted.
It will happen. Look, a butterfly. How far do I have until Is it an empty net? No.
There will be neither compassion nor mercy,
No.
nor solace for those who
Stop.
bear witness to these signs and still do not believe. Look, reclaiming 2510.
Stop. No. Stop. Oh, my palms are so sweaty. It's horrible. Like, we're gonna lose, but I just don't.
Insurance providers wish to remind parents that the Theology Council may declare offences as
I don't
answer.
care. I swear I don't care. Yeah. But it's helpful. It's definitely helpful. I'm like, oh no, we gotta focus. There's like a minute left. Anyways.
Be careful. Your thought is the instigator of sin. Be watchful. Free thought is the begetter of disorder. Be respectful. Is the way of life. Not the code.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, this is good for now. Stop. Oh no. Silly goose juice. Yeah, just 48 seconds left of the period. That'll do it. For sure. Dear Lord. It's fine.
The asteroid is depleted.
Boo. Explosions. Pew pew. Are you playing today? Fury?
Pew 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 pew. I've taken several naps today, actually. Ugh.
The asteroid is depleted.
Well, that was stupid.
The asteroid is depleted.
Whatever. I don't know how all of them didn't just like break their sticks there for a minute. Very cool. What are you working on? Shooting people? Ugh, alright. Whatever. That's fine. I don't care.
The asteroid is depleted.
At all. Well, at least they scored a goal. That's fine. Whatever. See how this is? It's just, take what you can. Silly goose juice. Alright, cool. I don't care about the end of this. Do, 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 do.
The asteroid is depleted. The asteroid is depleted. asteroid is depleted. The asteroid is depleted.
Alright, back at it. Harvard does these public lectures that I sometimes attend when I remember about them. And they've been doing this series on, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it on Twitch, probably, maybe. Anyways, the mushrooms of the interesting variety. It's just a whole thing. I'll watch some of it, then if I get bored, we'll say screw. Sure am. I'm a Flyers fan. They're a super fun team to cheer for. They lose about 50% of the time. And yeah, I'm just starting at Eve, so this is really all I know how to do at the moment, but fear not, we will learn how to do other things.
The asteroid is depleted.
It feels like mining is like the quest that like I do in WoW. You kind of do the like random quests that it's like go shoot that thing. You're like, okay. That's like most of WoW, but still. This is what this reminds me of. I'm sure this is exactly what it is. Eventually we'll get into the shooting each other, but we're here for now. How long have you been playing Phantom? This one's called Reconciling the Loss of Indigenous Eden. They also talk about plants and like the horrors of colonization. It's not funny Harvard is though. Harvard's a questionable place. Lovingly, I mean that. I just shouldn't be allowed to speak at all. Put tape over her mouth. Yeah. I'm intimidated by it. So, but learning slowly but surely. That's your favorite thing to do? Solo PvP? What do you like most about it? I did see, I was going to these
The asteroid
classes,
is
Eve University,
depleted.
like I was saying. Yeah, that's exactly what I think too, yeah, right. Like, I mean, it's that way with everything, is if you really put yourself to it and apply yourself, you can usually achieve it. And like with PvP, I find that it's like scary at first, and then eventually once you like go through it a few times, like you die a few times, and you're like, yeah, okay, this is fine. This is just part of the game. I was doing one of those classes, and then one of them was somewhere in this deep space situation. It was just like one-on-one, whatever it was called, but ship pew pew. I can't see the links, friends. I should probably turn those links on, huh? I promise I'll do that. That's a good idea. Let me make a note. I just wanted to like gauge chat before I did any of the stuff. That being said, I haven't done any of the like moderator stuff, I think, either. It's just whatever the comes with it are. Yeah, I've seen that one. All the rules of LoSec. There's so many rules. Yeah, it's also like learning how the combat actually works.
The asteroid is depleted.
Is it like different attachments do different things? Or do you have to know the
Warp drive
combinations?
active.
Or like, how do you scale up an attack? Or is it about protection? Are there healers? We've done this one. Like, does combat work the same way as like raids do? Where you have different classes? These are the things I need to find out.
Docking permission requested.
Like, how does the... I don't understand how the combat works. Like, is it point
Docking
and shoot?
request accepted.
Is it kind of like the mining? And then, like, how do you, like, out pew another person, you know? Because in WoW, it's, like, dependent on, like, partially on your armor, but partially on your level, partially on your, whatever, and then, like, also, depending on which class you're playing, there's certain key combinations that you're using in a certain order for them to be the most effective, or, like, if you're like a tank class, then you're usually like pretty beefy, but then you have like 1 or 2 attacks, and then you don't have to worry about the different combinations. You just have to worry about like not dying, and then like the mechanics of all the different dudes and shit, like the different bosses in the game. And then like if you're a healer, then you don't really have to worry about shooting or taking damage, but you have to make sure that like the raid doesn't die. And like I'm not a healer. I have the brain thing that you don't pay attention. Well, I do pay attention well, but just like I'm not a healer, because that's so much pressure. Like if you let people die, it's like full send your fault. So nope. One day I'll learn. Too bad. Do you see the giant flag on my wall? Not like WoW at all. Huh. Different roles in group PvP. Interesting. So when you do like solo PvP, like how do you compete against another person? Is it just ship? Yeah, I joined EVE University, and I'm literally just doing whatever courses they have on, so I want to do all of their like intro stuff before I get into the PvP stuff, so that I like know the layout at least. Like, this is what this is. But that's literally that's just my plan, is like take this, I guess, next year to learn what I can, and then kind of sort of find where but nope, that was wrong. Like where I fit best, or what I like doing most. Yeah, that's what everybody's been saying. That just to shift out of it once you learn your stuff. That sounds about right. I think that once I learn the things and like I know what I want to be doing, then I'll find like a corporation that's aligned to both my values and what I want to like achieve. Why do you not like it though? Is it just like dry after the beginning? And also, if only I knew what a scanner does. I think last time, or like at the very beginning, one of my first days, it might have literally been my first day in game, and I had to use like the probe scanner or something like that, and it showed me the map thing, and I was like, this is so confusing. This is so confusing. Who made this game? Who would want to play this game to like relax? But you know, here we are. I'm sure once you know. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. But are they like loosely based around something? Like, again, in WoW. You have like, you know, PvP based ones, and like you have trading ones, and you have I don't know, like exploration ones or achievement based ones or blah 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 blah. Clown punchers. Forget WoW. I can't forget WoW. I love WoW. WoW is life. I'll never forget WoW. That's funny. There must be so much like scrapping. First Nations University of Canada. That's pretty lit. Well, how do you guys determine like a good corp then, or a good you said PvP corp? That makes sense. Never mind. Excuse my question. Yeah. I will keep ears out over the next year to see which ones are good. But is that like mainly the priority for most people, is like PvP? Interesting. Pick a safety level. Yeah, I imagine that's what I mean, is like I imagine some people are joining for like just PvP, you know, and like they only really interact when you're like organizing like a whatever activity. But then I'm sure other people want to join corporations to like have like a social community and stuff like that. I've definitely been in different ones. Yeah, that's true. This didn't fix it. I can't see it. Industrial corpse. What Alright. What kind of mining do you do in
Is that nullsec? Is that what it is? The 001? All day, every day. It's super fun for now. Like, it's very relaxing, I'd absolutely say. But, like, definitely I can see how it'll get boring after a while. But for now, it's what I need. I definitely don't want to mine all day every day. I want to, I'm like an octopus. It's like I want to hang out in the container as long as I choose to hang out in the container and can exit at any time. Y'all seem to have, like, alt accounts seem to be like a fairly prevalent thing. She says having like 50 alts in the game that shall not be named, apparently. Nullsec. It looks like that face from the early 2000s that we would use. I have no idea, to be honest, like, because right now obviously I'm just doing this, so I imagine like I don't really leave high sec right at the moment, but it just really depends on what kind of like combat I'm gonna enjoy and what about the game I'm gonna like most, and I don't quite know yet. I'm definitely like, I think PvP is definitely like the contender for it, or PvE. But I don't know where that's like mostly found, but perhaps something in the middle, because I can see myself wanting to kind of switch between the two. Like, I can see myself wanting to, you know, do PvP hardcore for like a campaign and then switching on to just like doing this for like a week, so wherever I could choose to achieve, like, go to both if I really wanted to. I'm kind of like an everything person. But I'm also like I'm more of like a completionist gamer, I'm driven by achievements or by collections or stuff like that, so if I can do that. But then there are certain times where I'm just driven by like PvP, but because you're like so engaged, and then other times if I'm sleepy, then I want to just do this. I don't know, it's hard to narrow down still, because I'm still also getting like an understanding of the game. I have no idea what jump freighters and caps are. I could not even begin assuming. Sound like gibberish to me. Yeah, okay, that tracks. Cool. Y'all people that, like, you guys that have been playing for like a while, like, there's so many things that you guys say and I'm like, yeah, that's totally, I'm sure that I'll know what that means later. But yeah, I'm definitely a nerd. I think that's what I like about it, is that it's there's a lot to learn. And that was, I've talked about this before, but that was the reason that I like didn't want to leave WoW for a really long time, is because of how robust of a game it is. And I know there's like other ones that are like that, but it's not the same. I feel like there's other games that are as robust, but they require like, I don't know, like a specific tuning into it. But yeah, this is cool. What did you guys do when you first started playing? What was like your favorite thing to do? pew, pew. Doing kick things. I am not drinking tea from a measuring cup, Rowan. I am drinking tea from a teacup, okay? But this is a French press. But if you take it out, it looks like a beaker, which it sometimes does. Do 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 do. From a measuring cup. This hair clip is bothering me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Rainbow Destroyer. Did you destroy rainbows, or were you a destroyer that was covered in rainbows? That is the question. Aw, that's so cute. Did mission running, then just YOLO'd, and then took a ship into low sec and haven't come back since. That's cute. That's adorable. Like, found your passion. Yeah, I really want to. I really want to get into like a Corvette and then explore the entire map. Like just go to each one and just to see what it looks like, because I'm a very visual person. I really like different, like, again, one of my favorite things about WoW is just going to the different areas of the map and just like looking at it and just being like, that looks really pretty. And I've started to enjoy parts of that in Eve, so I really want to do that, but I wasn't sure. I was like, I'm definitely gonna get murdered throughout that experience. So I wasn't sure if like every time I die I have to go all the way back to my home station, or whether I could set like a Hearthstone in each like cluster as I explore it. That's something I want to do soon. That's like probably the next like big activity thing I would like to do, just for funsies. Or maybe go do like different missions in different areas. Also like do different missions in different clusters. But then today I wasn't sure if that was gonna like somehow have like a weird impact on all of my standings and stuff, where like perhaps it'll be more problematic because it'll mess with standings, and then like certain areas I'll be more targeted or something, or less, I don't know. Oh, I see. Rainbow Destroyer. I see. That's fun. Is that what that's called? So you can outrun each other, right? Yeah, well, that's what I'm... Oh, really? Huh. How do I know if they're against the 4 major factions? See, stuff like that, I'm like, I'd have to Google every time. Every person, which is fine, actually, technically, that's okay. But yeah, stuff like that. I'm like, I want to know all that information before I head off on my adventure. But then they can't, like, just attack you. Oh, like, because if the ship is really big or beefy, then they can't, like, one-shot you, right? It's, like, the only thing that's coming to my brain. I can like, I don't even know. Are they expensive, those big, like, whatever ships? They have the faction flag as the enemy. Like, each one has it? This one has it? Huh. Bigger is not better. Right. Only if I'm shooting stuff. No, I meant like mining missions. I definitely wouldn't want to be shooting people yet. Especially if I'm traveling around. Yeah. See, yeah. I was like, I think I'd just like to go through it and like see all the stuff. Huh. Well, see, here's the thing. I still have a mission where the end of it is like I have to defeat the end boss of the whatever, and like, shit you not, all I have to do is like make sure it like dies. But that's why I was asking. I was like, is there like a color key order or whatever thing? Because it was just, or I probably just like didn't read it. But I was like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to press in order to murder this man. And then I died so fast. So fast. It wasn't even funny. Yeah. I mean, I'm getting onto like a regular schedule. Like I'm gonna be doing this kind of in the evening times and stuff, but I imagine I could also do stuff during the day. For now, I'm like content just to like stay in Eve and learn, or Eve University, and like learn all of the you know, just even the interface and stuff like that. And then head out once I want to like specialize and learn more about actual PvP or exploring or stuff like that. But yeah. So was that ship, the ship that you guys were talking about, is that like a stealthy traveling ship? Huh. Target lock orbit press. I'm gonna look into it. I think I just like overthought it in that minute, and I need to like un-overthink it. Because I was like, nah, this is too complicated. I don't understand. But perhaps it's much less complicated than I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, I did the starter missions. It's literally the end thing of the starter missions that I was like, this is not it. And then I lost the ship, and I was sad about it. But it's fine, I get it. I get that you lose ships all the time, but still. And yeah, that's what I was also, about the time zones and stuff, that's what I was really impressed by when I went into the class the other day. Was that, like, there was people in there that just had, like, all sorts of different accents, which doesn't necessarily mean they're in different locations, but, like, I just thought that was cool. Like, I really enjoyed the diversity of players. WoW has the same thing, but so it's not, like, a new thing, but still. It's exciting. It's exciting. Ships are ammo. Yeah, maybe it was like part of the mission to die, although I don't think so. But such is life. I will return to it. I need to mope for a little bit.
Warp drive active.
That's good. Yeah, no, I like it. I like the game. I like how, again, like, intricate it is. I like the community. So it's definitely the one I'm gonna be sticking to. I'm still gonna be doing 20 minutes of WoW at the beginning of these. Just to farm the content, and just because, again, I just, it's a good idea to have it recorded. But Eve is definitely the one.
Docking
Have a good
request
night. Thank you so
accepted.
much for your information and companionship. We appreciate that. Have a good evening. Combat. Next time or whatever. That's the word.
Surround yourself with the faithful to divulge the investigators.
How much? How much?
Warp drive active.
Do 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 do. Is AO specialized as a PvP guild? PvP Corp, excuse me. Go, catch it. Go. Pew pew. Pew pew. What's the difference between an alliance and a corp? What's the difference between alliance and a corp and an empire? Just like different groups. Different Shaj groups. What does it do? So many different organization patterns. I guess we have that in real life too. Oh. Very cool. Huh. One could not overthrow an empire though, right? Like they're the ones that are stuck in there. Is there a lot of alliances in the game? Empire. It really is like a ship game, but in space. I'm thinking of Pirates of the Caribbean. You can overthrow an empire? Or did I ask you something else? Oh, no. Is it the ship thing? How we're like ships? Pirates of the Caribbean. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. If I was born in a different time, in a different world, in a different gender perhaps, I would be a sailorman. Sailorman? Sailor? Salesman? Seaman? Whatever they're called. No, like a fisherman. That's what they're called. Because you don't just sail, you fish too. I see those like YouTube videos of like fisherman, that's the word. Sailorman. Sailor Moon.
And I always wanted to, when I was a kid, I really wanted to be on a ship because I thought it was really cool how they go side to side and then like because it's almost like gravity turns and you're like, oh, now we're sideways. Yeah, I would love that. It'd be so much fun. Now that song's stuck in my head. Well, I know song. I don't know what it's called. We shall see until we discover time machines or time forward. Do you think that if we could, you know how like light takes a really long time to travel, and how there's that theory where like you could either look forward or look backwards in time? If you could like see to the beginning of like a light thing. If we put wormholes down, no. If we put wormholes down, do you think we could time travel backwards in time? That's probably not how it works, but still. I always thought that'd be cool. It's a pretty good time. I think it's a good time. It's a good time now. It's just like a little insane. One can dream. Wormhole.
The asteroid is depleted.
Sounds like time travel. I like to think it is. I don't know if I would like to time travel or not, though. If you would get back, probably, but like...
Warp drive active.
Seems, Is wormhole space travel? Well, like a teleportation device then. No, I don't know if that would work. Like a... Yeah. Because it's only the light, right, that's reaching us, so it's like we only see the past, or could see the past.
Docking permission requested. Docking
situation.
request accepted.
Right? You couldn't actually, like, go to the past, because if you go there, then it's like... in the location, the past is not happening, we're only seeing it. But... Shh. Shh. It was fine. The hockey game was fine. Back to the wormholes. Wormholes are better. It was okay. It was as it was. That's alright. I'm just enjoying the fact that we still have the hockey for the next like month and a half. So I'm just gonna enjoy it and cheer for them with the same excitement as if it was the beginning of the season and or if they were about to win the Stanley Cup. So it's fine. It's okay. It was good, but I guess the Capitals won. So if you're a Capitals fan, congratulations. Do you guys believe in like a multiverse thing? Not well, like a multiverse thing, but like that something quantum mechanics and something about how the electron is in two places at once. Do you believe that if we like break through space-time, we could go to like a different universe? Or like a mirror universe? Right? Yeah, AO. Okay, cool. Thank you. At least one person. That's exciting. Yeah, that would be cool. I wonder if they'll like we can like find our way to that within my lifetime. That would be cool. Or it would be really not cool and it would like explode the fabric of space-time. That would be less cool. You're like, only the ground here and now. Only things I can touch. Yeah. I like to believe that everything's like infinite. And the recombination of elements is infinite, and it's infinitely has been recombined, and
will be Etika. And that, like, in theory, we could find it. Cause black holes, what is that? That's not normal. That's weird. What do you mean you could make space heavier? Space is see-through. It's not solid. Why? Stop. You can't make something heavier that's not solid. It's weird. Oh. Yeah. You know what, guys? I've been... everybody's been recently talking about astral projecting and all that jazz. And, like, I have different opinions just because, like, I don't know. I think that, like, because I think that different brains are able to, like, envision and imagine things differently. Like, some people have, like, a good visual memory, some people don't. So I feel like it's also partially dependent on that. Like, I question true astral projecting, but, like, maybe. We can believe it. If we can believe it, maybe we can achieve it. You know, it never hurts. That's how games like this can be built. Yeah, I've heard. That's not... no. I'm afraid of that. Maybe when I'm, like, old and wrinkly. Yeah, but not in the same quantities. I've heard stories that, like, it's very easy to do that and then get lost in your own brain, really. I think. I mean, you can do that with a lot of things. I think a lot of things you can.
The asteroid is depleted.
Really mess with your brain. You can mess with your own brain, really, if you really, really try. Maybe when I'm old, I think, but as of right now, I'm more of like a, I mean, I guess it's a natural substance too. Keyword now. Don't do drugs, kids. They're not good for you. Most of the time. I can't. Anyways. Use resources. Yeah. It's fun. I think it's fun. I think traveling inside your own brain is a cool time. As long as you do it safely. But yeah, I've been trying to do the, like, meditative things. Because I'm super bad at trying to sleep and stuff. So I was like, maybe if I can convince myself into exploring it this way, then I can, like, secretly trick myself into sleeping for longer. What are you guys working on in WoW right now? Or not in WoW, in Eve? What's your, like, big, projects or whatever? I like to see what everybody's doing, or, like, hear from people what they're doing. Especially people that have been playing for a while. Just so that I can be like, alright, cool, that's something I can look forward to. I'm sorry, my speaking is struggling today. What are words? Yeah, isn't it involved in dreaming? Isn't that part of the dreaming thing? I feel like it has to do with, like, information processing of some sorts. I believe in you. Have fun. Enjoy. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Be safe with your gas sites.
asteroid is depleted. The asteroid is depleted.
Pew pew. Pew 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 pew. Explosions. Holy moly. That sounds like a lot. That is a lot, right? That sounds like a lot. That looks like a lot. Yeah, just casually. $250 million. Ever so casually. That's crazy. So, like, the. Because. Is that in Nelsep? Is that somewhere dangerous? Oh, I thought you were heading back there now. Never mind. What was the question I was gonna say? Is it like, like non-mission things, you kind of go and find them on your own, right? And then you, mine them for, like, stuff you can sell? Is that how that works? See, that sounds like fun. I did see some stuff on one of the, I don't know if it was like the missions or the somethings, and they were talking about how going to places to like mine profitable things. Or like orders? You can mine for orders as well too? Oh right, yeah, scanning probes. Right. How far does a probe scan? Like you can scan entire. Sectors? One of my snails keeps like burying itself. I think she's taking naps, cause she'll like eat during the day and then want a nap. But the other day I freaking lost her, and then I had to dig through the entire tank to find her, and she was so upset when I found her. Just, what have you done? Why have you dug me up from my slumber? I was like, 'cause I thought you were dead, bro. I also thought you escaped the tank. Like, I'm not feeling stepping on a slimy creature. Or not being there. A snail. It's a snail. Like a water snail.
The asteroid is depleted.
Just the system right now. Cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. I am partially an archaeologist, and that sounds magical. It's like a nerite snail. Yeah, they're adorable. I have 2 right now, and then I want to get shrimp as well too. Like 3 or 4 shrimp. So I'm excited for that. Haven't got one yet. Eventually I will. I really like ecosystems and fish in general. Aquatic stuff is always fun. They're like water bugs. Yeah. Mine have like little circles on them. They look like little rings. So I really like that. It's like little snail chainmail. Yeah. They're cute. But they do come in all sorts of different colors and patterns. And also near snails don't reproduce in fresh water. They need like brackish water to reproduce, which is nice. I also am pretty sure I have 2 girls, but still. They're so full of personalities. It's really cute. And it's really cute watching them like go along the glass. I think they're adorable. Like watch them with their little tongues. Or more like rows of teeth, but still. Line the argument.
The asteroid is depleted.
That was a great lecture. Blair Stonechild. Okay, cool. I should probably watch more of that. Perhaps later. Do 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 do. Geology facts. Oops. I need like a super loud alert. That's like, you're going too far. Oh, cute. Nice. What color was your beta fish? We have a beta fish. I think ours was red. It just made a like a bubble nest. Although to be honest, I still haven't looked at it. I know watching any of these is gonna make me spicy, so I won't. Perfect. F1. That's great. I need to watch DTS for last season. Oh, that's cute. Have you ever read them? That'd be cool. I've never tried that. I've had beta fish when I was like younger. I don't think I cared for them as a child as well. They lived in like a small tank, I think. It's better to have like a bigger tank for them. That's cool though. They're cute. I was thinking of getting a beta fish in this tank, but then I really kind of just wanted the shrimp. And you can't have like the shrimp and the snails and the whatever. It's like too many, and then they start bullying each other. And my tank is also pretty small. So it's like one or the other. But every time I see them at the store, I'm like, well, maybe one though. Australia. Only like 2 weeks until the race. 1 week until 1.5 weeks. Heck yeah. When I was younger, we used to have like a bunch of fish too. We had like a whole fish tank for a bit.
The asteroid is depleted.
We had like, I think it's like cichlids they're called, and we would feed them with smaller fish. That was like a whole experience. Double DNF. Oh. It would be fun. We've had like guppies and stuff breed unintentionally, obviously, but betta fish, I've never like bred a betta fish. But that would be cool because they would come out and they'd be so pretty. You'd have to find something to do with them, obviously, but I bet it would be cool. I wonder if what kind of genetic combination they have, like if they blend or if it's like a recessive dominant situation. Oh, cool. Do you know how they blend? What kind of animals? Yeah, I bet. I bet. They seem like that type of creature.
Asteroid is depleted.
McLaren Civil War. Last year's Formula One was absolutely fire. It was so good. Snack on the baby fish. Guppy breeding was cool. Oh my goodness, we keep distractions.
Orb drive active.
Oh wow. That's cool. I worked at like a pet shop for a little bit. And I worked with small pets and aquatics. And birds for a little bit. And I've also had a lot of like pets. I've had like birds.
Docking
I've
permission
had
requested.
dogs. I haven't really had a cat. I had like one sort of outdoor cat for a bit.
Docking request accepted.
We've had fish and birds. Yeah, I think I said both of those, but those were my like big favorite
Docking
too.
permission requested.
I had lizards as well at some point. Yeah. But I like fish. I really like fish. Again, I'm a big like fan of just like observing the intricacies of ecosystems. So that's why I like that. But I also like dogs and cats, obviously. I've had some hamsters. I recently had a gerbil. I adopted like a very old gerbil that lived till he was 5, which is like an insane age for a gerbil to be. And he was like the most active gerbil in the world. Like I got him when he was pretty into his old age. And he was just so excited about everything that like I'd give him like whatever, because I like decked out his cage after I got him and stuff, and he was just really excited to have that. I really want another one.
know, right? Yeah, like insanely old. So much energy. So it was cool. He was a really cool pet. I didn't get to have him for too long,
Warp
but
drive
he was
active.
a really cool pet. Probably like one of my favorites. Um, yeah, feeding baby. We've had budgies and lovebirds have babies. And I know they did grow up, but I was like a kid when we had them, so I definitely wasn't the one feeding them, but we did like breed them for a little bit. Like for two times, because our neighbor had a budgie or a lovebird and we had a lovebird and we were like, let's do it. But it wasn't like a whole situation. Organized situation, whatever. But yeah, that's cool. Magical. I had a pig once. Or my family had a pig. I bonded with the pig. Then they ate it. Ugh, jeez. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I think they're cool. They're such smart creatures. It's apparently very yummy too. Feels like my introduction to more or less farm life. Yeah, they really are. They really are. They're cool. I'd love to do my friend had like he was like a farm person, and not a farm person, like an auction person, and he taught me or told me a lot about like the different animals like that. I don't think I'd ever want to have a farm because I'm just not built that way, but I would love to like hang out on a farm for an extended period of time. They're really cute. I like their noses and their ears. Adorable. I would love to be able to just like own a pig as a pet too, but then like the issue is that I don't know how long it takes. It takes them, what is it, like half a year? More or less to grow to full size. I don't know if there's like pigs out there that like stay small, because they talk about those like teacup pigs and stuff, but then apparently that's not really true, that they're just baby pigs and then they do actually just grow up into like a full hog. I don't know if they make like miniature pigs, like truly miniature pigs. I don't know if that's real, but if it was, I would definitely get one and own it as a pet instead of a dog. Like one hundy. That would be the pet I want. Which is why they got the pig. Like it was partially because I was really excited about pigs, and then partially because, you know, Christmas dinner. They didn't tell me about that though. They were like, yeah, play with it for the whole summer. Bond with the animal. It's fine. They do, they're really big. But they're still like super nice, right? And still, I guess maybe like hormones or something maybe get in at some point. I don't know, to be honest. I'm sure they're just as smart. Maybe one pig. If I had like a big enough house, I would get a pig. If I had enough capital to own a pig in like a condo, oh, that would be amazing. Or in a house. Maybe one day I will be a farmer. Who knows? I do like being remote and playing on the computer. I could do it. Boop boo doop boop boo doop boop boop. What's your favorite animal? It doesn't necessarily have to be a... Thank you. Yeah. It's a baby, but it's like, what is it, 25 pounds, I think? But it's fun. I love it.
The joys of bows. Do you do archery? Like, sorry, is my freaking nose right? Like, it's weird. Nice. I also like foxes. I like wolves too. Foxes are neat. My first doge reminded me of a fox. She was really small. She did not look, well, she kind of looked like a fox, but not really, like a baby fox maybe when she was younger. Sort of. It was a Russian toy terrier. It's like the size of a chihuahua, but it's orange and it's like a bit smaller. Hee-haw. Is that for hunting? I have hunting tips, but I can't practice on anything. The urge to practice with them on the target that I have. But I know that it, like, just ruins the target. Useless. So I just stare at them. Use my imagination. Nice, yeah. Those are smart creatures. I like collies. Nice, nice. Yeah. Takes a lot of practice. But I feel like archery's like very rewarding. I definitely... It feels just really nice to shoot a bow. Very, very grounding. Something about that sound. Let's try to grab my back. That's what we should do. Exactly. Yeah, anything that like gets your breathing to that same place is helpful. But also there is just really something to the like sound of the arrow hitting the target. You're like, it's like just a very satisfying smack. Very good. But yeah, it's anything that makes you breathe or like hold your breath properly. And then deep breathe is like, it's it. Good for you. Also just that focus stuff. Have you been doing it for a while? Hey, McLaren won the constructor. And the drivers? Yeah, they won both. Nice. I started, I guess a few years ago, but always wanted to. How long did it take you? Or I guess, I'm sure you're still working on it. Nice. How is your, like, aim going? Because it's like, I mean, it's just practice, right? But it's like, takes a while. To get to, like, when it naturally does the thing. Just so long. I find that, like, I don't practice that nearly as often as I wish I did, but I always aim like slightly above and to the right.
And I think it's because I will like psych myself out, because especially if you're aiming into the center of like a target, and I feel like I'm struggling to like visualize the center of it, so I'll always like look above or something like that, and then it'll go over there and I'm like, God. It's a struggle. But it's very fun. It's like really fun. It's really fun also just to like watch yourself progress over time. Very cool. Love to go to a range. Do you want to use it for hunting eventually? Or is it more of like a fun time? You also don't have to. Just a question. I can't believe they don't have Yuki in F1 this season. I'm so upset about that. It's not fair. He didn't do that bad. Liam Lawson is allowed back in. And whoever Max's other teammate was last year. That's good. I am still getting there. Like, I'm not terrible, but it's definitely a work in progress. But it's cool because, like, I'll notice that even if I don't practice for, like, a while, when I do eventually come back, I don't lose, like, regress with aim and stuff like that, like, a bunch. Like, there is, when you do practice it, it does, like, get better and better and better, just, like, muscle memory or, like, brain memory or whatever. So that's cool. I appreciate that. I am gonna head out after this mission because it's 11 o'clock. But we still need to return. All dead. Nice. Good job. Do you practice at a range, or do you just have like a practice area near your house? Are they replacing the FIA president anytime soon? Is this a thing? It was strange, man. I was about to say like I'm living like it's a city, it's a small city, but I used to live in like downtown Toronto, and it's like harder up here to practice just because like the practice, like the actual archery ranges are like farther away. I was just thinking like I haven't actually checked any like indoor situations, but you can't practice like your actual bow in indoor situations. I feel like maybe, I don't know, but the ranges are farther away. But then I feel like ranges in a city would maybe be more accessible, and there's more. But was there not and then practicing outside is like not a thing at all. Here it's been easier because it's like easier to find a more or less like secluded area where you could shoot something, and either, you know, it's like private enough property that you're fine doing it or whatever. But in the city you couldn't go to like a park and practice. I'm pretty sure that's like super duper illegal. But I bet there's more like archery clubs and stuff. Although again, I don't really know if you needed like a full range and not just like a gym or whatever.
probably be significantly more difficult. Rick's F1 addiction. I can't. Oh my god, I'm so glad F1 is back. It's been too long. It's like bittersweet because, you know, hockey's ending, but like the racy thing is back. I'm still ambivalent for like baseball season. I just don't feel like I care that much. I want to care more this year. Yeehaw, LA. What was this? 10 months ago. Really? Like a gun? That's crazy. Then again, though, like, I come from Toronto, where, like, there's been nerds with katanas on these streets. Like, you don't give a fish a weapon, they will find ways. But that's crazy, like a gun. Although I guess I don't know. America's different with guns, so I don't know what that means entirely, to be honest. But yeah, that does sound ridiculous. Which is weird, because here, definitely not the case. Archery is pretty embraced. I feel like, I don't know, actually I should find out. No, you could like carry. I have that up on my wall. Like, could not display a gun like that. They would arrest me immediately. Maybe like an empty, no. I'd have to have a permit still for an empty one too. If it like was not a functioning gun, if it could be sold as like a art piece maybe. Yeah. So do you need like some sort of license to have it and stuff like that? Or is it just like you can't have it out in public? But in America, you are allowed to. What is California's gun? I don't know. Are you allowed to carry guns in California? No. America is an incredible place. Cause like half of the places, I don't know. Sorry, I'm on a tangent now. It's crazy because half of the places you go to, they're like. Just like, yeah, guns everywhere, everybody has one. They're like running around, they like shoot them every day for essentially no good reason. And then they'll complain about how like ammo's really expensive. I'm like, but I just saw you like waste a bunch of it. Like, what is that? Sirs. Ma'ams. Everybody else. I think just being smart with weapons is a good idea. Huh. Wow. Even with like practice tips? Cause like I'm sure I've checked this already where like you can't shoot in like public parks and stuff, and like you could do in whatever, but also there's like a difference between if you're like walking around with like hunting tips or yada yada yada, then it's like a full send weapon that's capable of like fatal injury. But if you just target arrows, like it's different, because I mean you still can like heavily injure people with those, but it's different. But you could definitely carry, like, I have literally carried that bow outside with arrows, probably. Very likely. There's no issue, mostly. A few people looked at me, that was fine. Huh. How strange. But California's like a very populated place from what I understand. So that makes sense. I feel like if you have not a lot of people and like not a lot of like population to corral, you know, it makes sense to have like a whatever. But if you have a lot of people, then it makes sense to have like a safety measures. They should probably let you walk around with target arrows though. I feel like it's good to encourage archery, you know? It's like a really good sport, like you said, meditative. I think it's a good idea to encourage sports. And sports that, like, also can be used for, like, hunting and shit like that. And it's wonderful. Keep doing kick things. Checo, that's who else? Perez was also Verstappen's teammate. I forgot. He's also not back this year, right? I don't think so. Only slightly annoying. Junior teams, I see. But I'm pretty sure he's just gone now. Full send. Awful. I can't talk about Danny Rick. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can at least. Also, I feel like if you just have the bow and no arrows, like, you should definitely be able to carry that around. It's like carrying around a stick. What are you gonna do with it? Smack people with the bow, like the string. You could get creative, I guess, if you wanted to. Am I... Is it too much? Is it full? Of course it is. Alright, let's go. Drop this off and return.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I've been super into just the concept of like bows and arrows ever since I was a kid. I think it was like Greek mythology that got me into it. Was it Greek mythology? Roman mythology? Greek mythology? Greek mythology. It's always Greek mythology first. Artemis?
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
That. Yeah, Greek mythology.
Insurance providers wish to remind claimants that only the Theology Council may declare events as unacceptable.
drive active.
Well, it's good the police did their jobs, but I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm sorry I'm laughing. It's not funny. It's kind of funny, though. Thank you for sharing that story. That happens. That seems like something that would happen to, like, any variety of my brothers. Like, I was just trying to pass through. What? You'd have to be dumb to think I was gonna do something. Rowan. Talking about you here. So, one of my, pseudo brothers whose car tends to catch on fire, or, like, stuff around him tends to catch on fire. He's worked with cars and shit. And sometimes he'll text me and be like, I'm in flame, but it's okay, my suit is fire retardant. And I'm like, okay, as long as you're okay. Go chop down that tree. That's good to know the police do their jobs. Sometimes. Yeah, gas dog. Also, like, a nice walk is good. Why didn't you, like, hide it in your pants or something? No, that would be weird. I guess if it's, like, a really big one. That would be, or, like, under your shirt. Don't worry, officers. This is just my really long arm. I have a stump foot. I'm a pirate. Does that also, I guess, yeah, there's like certain regulations for the stuff that you can and can't carry. I'm pretty sure in Toronto though you can carry like a machete on you. Like just full send, open carry. Because the rule here, I don't know the rules very well. I knew at some point, but not, I don't go outside often. I'm pretty sure it's like if it's like shorter than 5 inches, which is like palm size or whatever, you can't have it. It's illegal if it's shorter than a certain amount, and it's non-retractable or something like that. Foldy. You could, like, I know there's rules around like it has to take 2 hands to open it if it's a closey knife. You can't have one of those like spring-loaded ones or whatever, or the flippy floppy ones. But if it's over a certain size, like over 5 inches or whatever, you're full send just allowed to carry it as long as it's for utility purposes and not for like, because you're not allowed to do self-defense in Canada. You're gonna go to jail. No switchblades, but also no I'm pretty sure. Like, there's switchblades, but then there's also, like, just whatever the word is for, there's, like, a word for, like, solid knife. Like, it's a straight, doesn't fold, it's just, like, a butter knife type. Those guys, it's, like, they can't be under a certain size. But that sounds crazy, though, because it's, like, so you could technically carry, like, a butcher knife or like a machete or like whatever with you. And I've seen people carrying all sorts of crazy stuff, but I've also, when I was like in middle school, I think, so like around like 12 to 14, there was this dude, there was this dude in our neighborhood. I don't know if he was from our neighborhood or whatever, but he was just in the neighborhood, and he was like carrying around like I think it was like a butcher knife or like some other kind of cooking related knife, and he was just like hanging around, like he was just like walking around the neighborhood like flashing this knife and shit, and then the cops like came and roped everything off and went to go catch him in like the back alleyways. So that was not allowed, even though it was probably of legal size. But he apparently had just, like, bought it at the mall or something and then, like, took it out and started walking around with it. So I think it was more that he was, like, acting strange, acting sus, rather than the fact that he had a knife on him. But that rules, I might be wrong about it, but that rules always felt really weird to me. I've seen seen people with machete, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. I'm pretty sure. But oh no, a machete. Oh no, wait, hold on. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a prohibited weapon, and like you for sure can carry it. As long as you're carrying it for like utility purposes again. If it's for self-protection or whatever like that, then it's full send illegal. But you can just carry it around. If it's for like chopping down the wood on your property or something, although that might require a permit too, but whatever. We have a lot of permits. Yeah. But cattle prods. Some sort of like electric situation is illegal. I think it's like if they can prove that it's only for self-defense, then you're not allowed to have it on you. Let's see. Yeah, tasers and stun guns decided for use against a person are prohibited weapons. Cattle prods are generally legal, but you're not allowed to use it against people. Only against cows.
The asteroid
Which again is
depleted.
reasonable. Oh, we're done mining that one. Yeah, there is no 5-inch rule. JK. So they do treat them the same, just as long as they're not like perfect addition to my outfit. Just a whole scent machete. They are. I mean, I feel like if you just carry it with you, then it's like, you know, visually a deterrent. But I don't know if that counts. I don't know if visually deterrent using a utility tool is legal or not. Probably not. I feel like that wouldn't fly in the court of law. They would arrest you. Yeah, it's a whole experience up here. It's a good time. Or you could just never leave your house. Problem solved. I kid. Chat's like, why are you asking? Like, for science purposes, relax. Freaking chat and its like recent barrier, what are they called? Not barriers. Safety regulations.
Warp drive
Guardrails,
active.
that's the word. Seriously. Alrighty, I'm heading back. We're gonna turn this in and then I'm going to adieu for the night. Thank you so much for talking to me and hanging out. I appreciate the conversation and the information. Very fun and helpful.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Fernando Alonso. 43 years young. The best rookie on the grid. I can't with it. It's my certified Pokemon. Have a good night. Enjoy. Hope to see you again next time. Oh no. Hold on. almost put this into this and then turn her in. Hee-haw. We've done it. Alright, that was fun. Okay, have a good night. Enjoy your evening. Thank you for showing up. And I hope your target practice goes well. Yay. Alright. Goodbye. Thank you.
Surround yourself with the faithful, stand together, for there is no strength like it under the heavens. Book of Missions 71:21.